Let's bring in our first guest this Tuesday afternoon, the guy that Ronald was just calling just now, NBI Director Melvin Matibag. Good afternoon, Director Matibag. Thanks for picking up.
Good
Hi, sir.
afternoon po sa inyong lahat at sa lahat po ng inyong televiewers at listeners. Magandang hapon po.
Magandang hapon po.
Hi,
Magandang hapon, Director. The man of the hour.
Opo.
Baka the man of the hours. Daming oras na.
Baka may magalit na naman sa atin yan, Sen Edu.
Oo, madaming nga nagagalit sa inyo, sir. You are weaponizing the law against the enemies of the administration daw.
Well, hindi naman po ganun. We are using the law properly to promote law and order. It should be viewed that way, ano po. Dahil wala naman po tayong ginagawang illegal or against any law, ano po.
Game.
You wanted to talk first about the
Sige.
guns.
Sige. Sir, I'll zoom in first dun sa request niyo sa PNP to cancel the 118 firearms registered under Bato de la Rosa. Let me start off with the number, yung 118. I know some of them are just parts, like may barrels, pero at least 110 more, at least 110 yung firearms, yung mismong firearms. Is this an unusual number for any person to have, considering na I know he's level 5, which means a collector, pero for a person to have 118 or 110 firearms, is that unusual in the Philippines or is it not?
Hindi naman po kasi meron talagang qualification na gun collector or kaya parang yung ginagamit niya po for tactical shooting sa sports. Alam niyo po, kung maalala niyo si former President Duterte, 378 yung kanyang license firearms.
Okay.
So, baka hindi na po unusual. Baka po si Sec Edu rin, baka maraming naka-rehistro.
Nagdi-deny siya na meron siyang, sabi niya, may 12 lang daw.
Investigahan nga, sir.
Marami
Ini-deny
na rin po yun.
Level 5 ako, Director. Level 5 yung LTAP
pag
ko.
level 5, yeah, correct. Correct po. Pag level 5, medyo allowed po na marami po.
Pero sir, under FEO guidelines, you also have to have a vault that is able to contain all these firearms. At 118 firearms, parang bahay na, para lang sa baril yan.
Tama po. Baka maraming bolt po siguro. So, it's a likelihood po na ganun. We don't know kung ganun po yan. So, kami naman, we just request for the cancellation dahil right now, he is considered fugitive from justice. Ano po?
Paano, Director, yung cancellation? Pagka-cancel nyo, ay babawiin nyo yung mga armas? Ano bang proseso dyan?
Well, una po doon, pag kinancel po yan, sabihin, license na yan, illegal na yung possession yan, so the authorities can already confiscate or you surrender it to the authorities. Ganun po yung mangyayari dyan, ano po.
So, paano assets din kasi yan?
Nirekomenda na daw ng FEO Nirekomenda na ng FEO na i-revoke.
We wrote that. Well, tama po yun kasi we have a letter also and if there's a recommendation, alam naman po natin na yung lisensya ng baril or to own the gun is a prerogative given by the government. At any time, it can be cancelled for a reason. Ano po?
Pero, di
Sino
ba,
kukuha
attorney?
ng barel? Sinong kukuha? PNP ba? Kasi normally yung PNP nagpupunta sa mga bahay Sasabihin sa'yo, yung lisensya mo expired na. Sinong kukuha niyan? Kayo or the PNP?
Well, the logical move po is of course the PNP because sila po yung may alam May address naman po naka-indicate kung saan po yung address ng aplikante. Ano po?
Pero, Director, wala bang proseso yan? Halimbawa, makancel yung mga lisensya ng baril ko. Wala bang proseso yan na papatawag ako, magpa-file ako ng motion for reconsideration? May ganun bang proseso yan? Parang kotse yan binili mo yan, private property yan, tapos pag na-cancel yung registration, kukunin ba dapat yung kotse? No? Or dahil baril siya, kaya ginagawa yon?
May due process po yun. So, of course, he can contest it. Pero in the case of Senator Bato, paano po siya magko-contest ngayon kung hindi siya po lalabas? Ano po?
Well, for that
So,
matter,
if the gun become illegal, hindi po licensed, it falls in the ambit na pwede siyang kumpiskahin dahil illegal na po siya.
yeah. And I mean, bearing arms is not a right. It's not a
In
basic.
Philippines, it's a privilege.
It's a privilege.
It's a privilege
It-
extended by the government po,
Why does it
to
have to have?
qualified individuals.
Yeah. And for that matter, we know that some of these firearms or weapons were issued to him this year after
March.
he'd gone in hiding. Can we know sino yung tumanggap? Were they handed over to him directly, or there was a representative that received it on his behalf?
Dagdag lang, Director, bakit binigyan? Ba't binigyan ng 14 na high-powered licenses? Eh, alam naman na meron siyang warrant.
Well, actually, I have no idea. We have to confer it with the FEO. Tatanong po natin yan. Kasama po yan doon sa letter naman na pinadala natin. Ano po?
Actually, sir, I was going through the list eh. Yung approval date kasi ng permits were March 5 and March 6 of 2026 for these 14 firearms. These include the Galils and the M4s and of course pistols and revolvers. Although to be fair about it then, hindi ako klaro kung nung sinabi na approval ng permits, was it an approval of a new permit or approval of a renewal? Kasi it occurred to me, baka renewal din eh. But whatever the case is, kahit pa paano sir, si Bato has been in hiding for the past 5 months. And yet, as of March of this year. So it does make you wonder, bakit pa rin siya binigyan ng permit, whether it's renewal or new permit, gayong he was in hiding.
Yes, ma'am. Yan din po, that is also a subject of our query. No? Tanong din po namin yon, what should be the explanation, and kailangan pa po namin makausap yun sa FEU kung paano po nag-transpire yung pag-issue po ng license po doon sa mga nabanggit po naman. Na-notice ko rin po yan, pero that is also a question that we are addressing po the FEU.
So tinatanong niyo yung FEO, kasi alam ko kahit renewal, you have to go to the PNP para mag-renew eh.
Yeah, that's correct. Pero we can make also an assumption na pwede namang siya talaga yung tumanggap kasi at that time, hindi naman siya ina-arresto pa or yung warrant is not yet being effective sa kanya. Ano po? So those are
Pero
possibilities. But,
di ba?
but that is also a possibility.
Missing in action siya.
Apo, tama po yun. But that's why sabi ko nga, the one who can explain to us is the FEO po. Noong time na inisyo po yan.
Yes, sir. But sir, if you don't mind my asking, kayo po as a law enforcer, would that be a red flag for you? Kung may nag-apply sa inyo, for example, as a law enforcer, sa tingin nyo ba, dapat nagduda na dapat yung regulators when the application was submitted while the person was in hiding?
Well, I'm not so familiar with the procedure of FEO. So, kung ako po yung task to issue license, sundan ko po yung FEO, yung rules po ng pag-issue namin ng license. So, as I said, hindi ko po familiar dyan, and that is a point of discussion also with the Fire and Explosive Office.
And sorry, sir, I don't think you answered my question. Were these firearms delivered directly to him, or were they received by a representative?
I'm not in the position to answer, ma'am. I'm sorry kasi hindi po kami nag-issue niyan eh. So, I wish I can answer that question. Sabi ko nga po, if I will be the one to be issuing, I will follow the procedure.
Right,
kung ano
right.
po yung procedure na
Right, but they
aming
weren't.
office po.
It wasn't reported to you how that was carried out that day. Hindi pa po na-report sa
Still a
inyo.
matter of discussion po. Hindi pa po kami namin napag-usapan. I just sent the letter yesterday po.
Okay.
Attorney, sinabina din ng DOJ yung mga documents ng Senate covering the guns issued to the chamber. Meron ba kayong role dyan sa pagsaserve niyang subpoena, pag-check ng dokumento, at pagtingin sa mga baril?
Wala pong binibigay pa sa amin role ngayon except that kami rin po, we receive a subpoena. Pina-report po yung aming mga agent na involved po nung May 11 sa po May 13.
Sino po nagsubpoena? DOJ din?
DOJ po. There is a panel created by the Department of Justice to investigate po. So we submitted po what is needed from the NBI.
Okay.
So
Pero,
go ahead, Ami.
ano to yung documents na hinihingi ng DOJ, for all the guns issued to the Senate. Hindi lang, I don't think it's just related to that incident.
That's right. Kasi they're trying siguro po to establish kung ano yung mga baril na nandoon sa USAA, saka kung ano po yung registered na baril. Kasi meron naman yung each gun na registered po sa FEO, meron po namang mga marking siya na magde-determine kung alin po yung baril na nagmamatch at sino po yung naghawak ng baril.
Okay. Coming back to the incident, the shooting incident at the Senate, I know you guys have issued letters to explain what happened. Pero yung role po ni Senator Robin Padilla, I know you said over the weekend sa isang forum that he should explain his role in Bato de la Rosa's escape from the Senate premises. Could you expound on that, Director? What were you thinking?
Tama po yan kasi po siya yung huling-huling kasama na na-identify at inamin naman niya na nakisakay sa kanya si Senator Bato, binandayan niya sa Makati. So if there's one person na makakapagbigay linaw sa pagkawala ni Senator Bato, it should be Senator Robin Padilla at yung mga personalities po na makikita natin kasama dun sa CCTV footages po.
In relation dyan, Director, ano lang status? Anong alam nyo tungkol dun sa obstruction of justice cases? No? Ano nang status niyan at this point?
Well, from my understanding po, sir, is ang DOJ po, yung panel nila, covered na rin po dun sa authority nila to investigate po. So right now, they're investigating. In fact, this afternoon, tinawag na po yung mga NBI agents in the investigation. And I'm sure, ipapatawag din po yung mga personalities na na-involve sa pagkawala po ni Senator Bato de la Rosa.
After he was dropped off in Makati, did any NBI agents try to follow that lead?
Sa ngayon po, yun po yung aming mga sinusundan na lead to locate Senator Bato de la Rosa.
Meron ba
May
kayong
statement dito
indication?
that you are closing in on him.
Yeah, closing in, but what does that mean?
Oo.
I'm sorry, medyo magulo po, nag-feedback kasi.
Meron kayong ganung statement today na the NBI is closing in on Senator Bato.
Hindi po closing in yung term na ginamit ko. We have identified areas na possibilities na nandoon po siya.
Could you tell us where these areas are?
Okay.
Baka
Of
tumakas.
course, I cannot tell kung meron ba po kasi it will compromise
Oo nga naman,
operational.
Bakit si Ombudsman Remulla, he announces he's gonna
Kayo
serve?
naman, no? Edi kung...
Kayo yung may obstruction of justice eh. Case.
Ako, I'm just
Tulong ko
trying
na
to
lang po
get...
kay Ronald Llamas, kay Secretary Ronald Llamas.
Pero hindi ba na-presyo kasi merong di ba? Ang dami-daming...
Si Sec Ronald eh.
Di ba binabasa
Director,
sa
baka
Makati ang
mag-citizen's
dami-daming
arrest na kami din.
CCTV?
Meron naman po, may mga leads naman po. May nakatulong naman po yung mga CCTV. But we just don't want to go through the details because we don't want to compromise yung aming po mga operations po.
But your confidence is still in the country. At least that one is,
Well, that is our belief. So far, kung titingnan natin yung record ng immigration, of course, you will say na sa immigration may
It's
mga
never
nakakalusot. Pero,
That's not a reliable
Pero-
indicator, sir.
well, I know that. Pero we're hoping na nandito po and we have a strong belief na nandito pa naman po siya sa Pilipinas.
Has there been any update on the Interpol Red Notice request? Do you know?
It's within the PCTC and DOJ. Right now, what we have is the warrant of arrest of ICC po.
So wala pang sagot dun sa Red Notice. Okay.
Pero sir, earlier you were also quoted as saying that more personalities are expected to have warrants issued against them by the ICC. Of course, you didn't go into the names. Pero among those who were named in February by the ICC as co-perpetrators were, of course, Bato, Bongo, Aguirre, Secretary Aguirre, Albayalde, and so on down the line. Do we have any
meron
information on
po.
this, sir? Do we have any new information on this?
Yes, there's an information that yung warrant of arrest, additional personalities will be issued the warrant of arrest. Kung kailan po, walang specific na sinabi, but yes, of course, any of the conspirators will be issued the warrant po.
And-
How many?
Anytime soon.
How many do you know that could be issued?
I'd rather not say po, Mama. Pero we have already been informed, pero siguro po, hintayin na lang po natin.
Sir, when you say anytime
may
soon,
liability ba yung abogado? May
po?
liability ba abogado kung itatago yung nagtatago na kliyente?
Tama po, meron po. Pwede po maging liable kasi alam niyo po, kami po as lawyers, may responsibility po kami din sa batas na yung pong mga fugitive for justice, we cannot participate sa pagtatago po nila. Na we cannot give our consent na or konsintihin po namin na magtago, magkakaroon po kami ng pananagutan sa batas. At the very least, yung Code of Professional Responsibility and Accountability namin, we will be liable po.
kaya ideally, abogado does not even ask kung nasaan ang kliyente niya eh. Don't tell me where you are. I'd rather not have to lie.
Exactly.
Ganun, di ba?
Ano yung liability? Criminal liability ba yon?
Sa criminal liability, it will fall under the obstruction of justice din po yan. Tapos doon po naman sa Code of Professional Responsibility and Accountability, as a lawyer, may responsibility rin po yan.
Possible
Kasi
disbarment.
hinihingi ni Justice Secretary Vida kay Jimmy Bondoc na tumulong naman daw sa gobyerno dahil mukhang alam daw niya kung nasan si Senator Bato.
Well, I agree with the letter of Secretary Vida kasi pwede naman po talagang makatulong si Attorney Bondoc. Let me be the one to show you kung nasan si
Yeah.
si Senator Bato. Di malaking tulong po yan.
Wala siyang sasahurin. Director, wala siyang sasahurin kung gagawin niya yun.
Pero yung sahod para sa responsibility natin sa taong bayan, mukhang mas malalim po na pananagutan yun at responsibilidad.
Pero sir, wouldn't Attorney Bondoc be more helpful to your case if he stays on the case? I'm
Po, sorry po, medyo hindi po malinaw yung line.
Dahil
You gotta repeat it.
Nag-i-echo po eh.
Yeah, yes, sir. No, sir, forget I was asking. Let me shift my gear, sir. Sir, kasi when you spoke about more personalities possibly being issued more warrants, you also spoke about the NBI following protocols for these future warrants. Ano po yung protocol na inyong iniisip, especially after what happened with Bato? Ano hong susundin yung proseso sa pag-i-issue ng pag-i-implement ng mga warrant na itong lalabas?
Well, we are now guided by the decision of the Supreme Court sa non-issuance of TRO and the status quo anti-order. So, dyan po yung magiging guidance namin. Na siguro po, it's best that it should be somehow codified or written by the Department of Justice para mas malinaw po sa amin na law enforcement.
What do you mean, sir? You will ask for a written order from DOJ to implement an ICC warrant, for example, ganon?
Well, coordination po. Ito naman pong pag-implement namin ng warrant, it's all coordinated with the Department of
Yes, sir.
Justice
Yeah.
together with PCTC. So, ganun pa rin po yan kung ano yung ginawa namin proseso. Except lang, ang mas maganda na lang po ngayon, we are now guided by the Supreme Court decision po.
On the denial of the TRO. Pero sir, for example, in the case of Senator Bongo, of course, he's still a sitting senator and meron pa sila ngayong meron pa silang sessions ngayon. What happens kung sakaling maglabas nga ng ICC warrant against Senator Bongo while in session? What would be the protocol there?
Well, yun na nga po. Sinabi ko, the protocol will be guided by the decision of the Supreme Court. Kasi lumalabas po dun sa decision ng Supreme Court, ngayon, there is no TRO, there is no status quo anti-order, meaning we can enforce the warrant issued by the ICC.
So it's a go, in other words. It's a go.
Immediately and without delay, lumalabas po.
Pero Ed, yung tanong mo kanina,
Hindi, wag na.
Ano yun? Hindi ko talaga narinig.
Tinotrouble mo ako eh.
Nag-i-echo tayo po
Immediately and without delay. But one thing that the
Ikaw lang mag-gets.
law experts have also told us is that there was never any legal impediment anyways to
Oo nga.
executing the arrest. Yung tinatawag na Senate protective custody, there's no such thing legally speaking. So that was really just a courtesy that the different agencies gave to the co-equal branch of government, right?
Well, malinaw na po yung sinabi ng Supreme Court. Actually, when you look at the protective custody order, alam naman natin that there is no basis under the law. The only reason why NBI retreated from arresting them is because of the agreement ng Senate at ng Executive through the NBI na they will put Senator Bato into protective custody. And when time comes that he should surrender or he will be needed, kung ano man po yung agency or court na may kailangan, they will be the one to produce Senator Bato. Pero,
Was there a promise that they would produce him at the end of that day?
Parang wala.
well,
Oo.
may agreement po kami. Nung nag-usap kami privately, pumasok ako ron, harap ko yung mga senador, si Senator Alan Peter Cayetano. He was the one saying na protective custody natin. Pag kailangan naman, hindi naman tatakbo yan. Kami mag-present dyan, ganyan. So, pero ngayon, nung hinahanap na si Senator Bato, nawala na.
Ayan yung tinawag niyong usapang lalaki.
Usapan lalaki po, minsan yung usapan lalaki, hindi pala nangyayari talaga.
Kasi sinabi ni Senator Alan Peter, pag alis daw ni Senator Bato na hindi nagpaalam sa kanya, the protective custody ended and he's on his own.
Ay, hindi po
Si
maganda
Senator
yun. Ibig sabihin
Cayetano.
lang, hindi nyo pwedeng ulihin, pero pwede namin patakasin. Ganun po yung ibig sabihin pa ng protective custody. Medyo hindi po yata tama.
Later on.
So hindi na kayo papayag ngayon sa protective custody. Kung sakasakali lang na magkaroon na naman ng ganyan, hindi na kayo papayag.
Nakita na po natin Tsaka pag tinignan natin yung naging decision ng Supreme Court, somehow related to that. And I think the clamor of the people is for Senator Bato to face the law. Sagutin niya yung kanyang mga kinakaharap na kaso. And it goes to any other accused pag dumating po yung warrant.
So to be very clear, you will not honor a quote-unquote protective custody if the Senate asks for it again? Yes or no, sir?
Malinaw na po ngayon There's no such thing. So wala
Yes.
po protective custody pinag-uusapan.
Okay, so yes, you will not honor it.
Yes,
But
opo.
that night, eventually, Senator Robin Padilla said that he just walked out calmly with Senator De La Rosa. Wala naman daw NBA agents, wala naman daw USAA. Nobody stopped them. They weren't on the run, he says. What do you think happened there?
Well, kaya nga po nawala yung NBA dahil doon sa naging putukan. We have to withdraw so that we ease out the tension. So, kung nandun po yung NBA, we will not allow na mawala na lang bigla si Senator Bato.
Pero, Director, is this a lapse
I'm
of
thinking,
law enforcement? Ito ba ay lapse?
Hindi naman po. Kasi nga, doon na nga, babalik na tayo rin sa lalaking usapan So, we are talking ng mga official po ng gobyerno yan na holding public offices. Ang presumption natin dyan is all regular na we are all decent and we act accordingly sa binatawan nating salita.
So-
Yung pong protective custody is a resolution passed by the Senate that is presented to us. So, nag-iba na lang yun ng dynamics nga kasi may pinail na nasa korte, so we better stand by for the decision of the Supreme Court. And when the Supreme Court did not issue a PRO and the status quo anti-order, we are ready to arrest. Kaso wala na nga si Senator Bato.
So it was a lapse ng mga lalaki nag-usap-usap. Nag-usapang lalaki.
Siguro doon po nagkamali.
Si Ed po yan.
We presume na lalaking usapan, yung pala hindi pala.
fair to say,
nangyari.
fair to say,
Attorney,
naisahan
sabi
kayo,
ni
sir.
Senator Lacson, dapat daw hindi kayo gumamit sana ng babae dahil ang laki-laki daw ng katawan ng hinuhuli. Bakit daw yung
Well,
babae ang pinahuli?
I agree with that. I respect the position of Senator Lacson. But hindi lang naman po babae yung nandun. May mga kasama rin po lalaki. We have about 20 plus na officers ng NBA doon. It so happened, yung first contact si Senator Bato. So nung pumunta na doon sa second floor, nandun na yung ibang mga arresting. Yun na papasok yung protective custody. Siguro, ang ano rin naman natin dyan, thinking natin, Senator Bato is a law enforcement officer. At alam din, ginagamit din po niya yan para kung official naman yung aarestuhin, para mas malamig yung ulo, walang pagtatalo, papadala mo, sometimes babae, ganyan, ano po. Pero mali pala dahil si Senator Bato, ang intention from the start, tumakbo. Kaya nga po tinanong ako ni Senator Alan Peter Cayetano, ba't nyo hinabol? Sabi ko, tumakbo kaya hinabol. Kasi po yung nangyari dyan.
Oh, it's just confusing because, I mean, prior to that day, you have Secretary John Vic saying, we're going to mobilize 25,000 police force. We're ready. Tapos, you had your opportunity there at the Senate that day. Pero yun nga, nakatakas pa rin.
At nakawala. Nakawala.
Well, nung nag-set in po yata yung doon sa police doon, yung time na yun, yun na yung nagpasa na ng protective custody eh. Tapos may Supreme Court na po. So, nag-iba na talaga yung setup, yung dynamics po niyan.
Yeah. I guess you'll be...
Ako, I do understand the logic of using a female agent to try to arrest Bato kasi the presumption would be PMA yan eh. One should be an
Officer and a
officer and a
gentleman.
gentleman.
That's correct.
yeah.
Kapag
There's
yun
a
po.
code
Oh, tsaka at the same time, it wouldn't look good din kung...
for him to be fighting off female agents.
Oo, versus kung
Gentleman
kung
naman yun.
lalaki sa lalaki magkakabrasuhan.
Pero it also
ibang
didn't
usapan
look
yun.
good yung pagtakbo niya eh. Tsaka yung pagkadapa.
Last question, Director Matibag. You stand by
Apo.
you stand by your word saying that he is an armed and dangerous fugitive?
But kita po natin, meron siyang 180 na firearms. So ano pa po ba itatawag? Tapos nung una siyang aarestuhin, nag-tackle siya, tumakbo siya. So medyo delikado po. Tsaka yun naman po, standard protocol po ng law enforcement. Lahat po ng aming aarestuhin, we consider po na dangerous po.
Yung armed and dangerous.
Okay.
Panghuli na lang, Director. Ano, guest namin si Mike Defensor nung isang araw. Ang sabi ni Mike Defensor, kahit sino pang pinakamagaling na abogado ang kunin nyo, walang tsansa yung kaso nyo laban sa kanila. No? Ni Marcoleta.
Plunder.
That's a different case though. That's
Oo,
on
at saka-
plunder.
Pero connected din dyan ay yung kaso niya dun sa Chicago. Ano na bang status nun? Yung
But
kaso...
Opo, may sagot na po yung kanyang asawa at anak at sasagot po ulit ang prosecution, ang NBI po. Pero yung sa kanya po, yung personal niya, baka po next week matapos na yung pag-build up ng kaso dahil lumalabas po sa aming initial findings. Alam po lahat ni Mike Defensor yung nangyayari, human trafficking doon po sa lugar niya.
Sorry, just to be clear, you're thinking by next week tapos yung case build up to charge him with human trafficking as well?
That's sure po that he will be charged of human trafficking also.
So yung ikakaso nyo sa kanya ay bailable o non-bailable?
Non-bailable po kasi qualified human trafficking eh. Dalawa po nag-qualify dyan, done by more than 3 persons, tapos po ending on prostitution. So those are both qualified human trafficking. No bail po yan once na masampa po sa korte.
And
How about yung pamilya niya? Non-bailable din yon?
Kasama po, sila nga po yung unang nakasuhan dahil
Correct.
malinaw po dun sa dokumento, nandun yung asawa at anak.
and yung sinasabi ni Congressman Defensor, sir, na matagal na siya nag-divest from all of those companies that are running the KTV bar, is that true or not?
Well, ang dokumento po na SEC 2025, 2026 yung permit sa dito po sa Pasig, sila pa po nakalagay. Eh. So sa batas po, kahit sino pong abogado tanongin din niya, pagaling o hindi magaling, ang best evidence rule po ay yung dokumento.
Yeah.
Unless peke po yung dokumento.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, we'll leave that
Okay.
there and we'll continue
Okay.
monitoring this, of course. Thanks so much for
Salamat,
talking
sir.
to us for a long time.
Salamat
with that.
po.
NBI Director, Attorney
Thank
Melvin
you.
Matibag. Salamat.
Salamat, Director.